I didn't want to start the podcast. I see the dick pic and I said, oh, hey, everybody, we here.
Right now, I was like, why do I feel fucked up? Right, I did do that. I did.
Show me something good or kick your ass.
I forgot.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And like, just now, he was like, yeah, that's what he said.
It's about that. It's about that.
All right, we ready, man. Let's go. Okay, what's your, hey, that's Shirley in, hold on.
Because I be liking it. Yeah, like,
Okay, everybody take a second to share. Oh, cut the mic off. Take a second to share.
Hey, see me glass.
What?
Better show me something good or kick your ass. Hey, see me glass.
What?
Better show me something good or kick your ass. Hey, see me glass.
What?
That's right.
Take me in slow on the music and bring me in. All right, and we're here, y'all. So welcome to the Red Room Talk Show. I know we're running a little bit behind, but it was also Taco Wednesday. For those, and we are filming in front of a live studio audience. So it was Taco Wednesday, and it's also Margarita, National Margarita Day. So we got mint juleps to celebrate.
And
Because we forgot it was National Margarita Day. So we went the wrong way with that, but mint juleps are delicious too. Give a shout out to Superman. Being an amazing bartender, barkeeper over there, bartender.
cheers.
Cheers to the mint juleps.
Salud.
So we're going to start trying to have the signature drink every time we do the Red Room Talk Show. So if you are a bartender or anything like that and you want to come and make a signature drink, we got one here. Make sure. All right, so before we get started, we're going to make our introductions. We're going to start from my left over here. And we're going to make our introductions. Tell us your name, how they can find you on social media, and if you got anything going on, please let us know.
All right. My name is Marlon, a.k.a. Superman of Majestic Gents Entertainment. You can catch me every Friday, Club Manhattan. Actually, this week we have Battle of the Ages. Old school versus new school.
I'll be there.
I'm an old head. Yeah,
back
I'm
to
an old
back.
head. Yeah, 22
You gonna body roll?
22 years in the game. So yeah. We have out of town guests coming from Atlanta. So come check us out.
You gonna body roll?
Hey.
I'm Nicole, cousin of the Red Room.
This your girl, J Bay.
J Baby.
Find me on Instagram, official_Coach J Bay 24. And I'm your other cousin of the Red Room.
Hey, this is Cali Smooth, aka Kane.
Ow.
You can find me on Instagram, Cali Smooth, Facebook, Cali Smooth. I'm a cigar smoker of the group.
One of many.
Walking purple today.
Purple rain.
And I am Mel, the bartender, a.k.a. Mel with 2 L's. You can find me everywhere at Mel with 2 L's. And I'm just hanging out for today.
Hey, well, welcome, Mel. Welcome, Mel. I'm
Mel trying to
Keelan.
act like she's not a friend of the Red Room.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I'm a best friend.
Thank you.
All right. Best friend status. Already. And I'm Keelan, LifestyleUnlimited.club. You can find me at Keelan. My name is Keelan on everything. So just look for Keelan. You'll see me. I'm kind of cool. The kind of cool one. Huh? So I'm kind of cool one. All right, and also we got a Battle of the Ages. What day is that? We'll be.
This Friday.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there this Friday. Battle of the Ages.
What you about to do?
Say, look, yeah. This is a kid-friendly show. Oh, yeah, it's not actually.
It's not.
All right, so
kid-friendly.
Y'all better take y'all ass back.
yeah, right. All right, so tonight we got a couple of topics. You know, last week we were talking about when it came to building our black communities and our communities. This week we're going to talk about how does social media affect dating. So that's what we want to look at. How does social media affect dating?
Goddamn emojis.
Man, look here. So
You know, that's perfect with what you just showed us.
what we're not gonna do.
What we're not gonna do is do that right there.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that.
Talk about it though.
So
We can talk about it all day, but we can't
okay,
do
so
it.
so quick question. So how does first of all, what does that look like to you? Dating on social media. Are you good at dating on social media, or are you better in person meeting someone? And then meeting people on social media. How does that affect you?
That's a
Are you
loaded
good at it?
motherfucking question.
Yeah,
That's a loaded
it is.
question.
That's a legit question because I know me and dating on social media. I'm horrible at it. I'm not good at chatting. I'm not good. I like to meet people organically. So most of the people I meet out. I meet somewhere. Hey, how you doing? We have a conversation. We'll get to kicking it, having a great conversation, start vibing, right?
Yeah.
Online, I'm not good at that.
Well, I think I'm good to an extent on social media. Like I'm better old school, but I'm low key introverted. If you haven't noticed.
No, I never guessed that.
But I really am. I'm a shy. I low key am a shy person unless I feel like the courage to step to you. But on social media, I feel like I could be a little more like, "What's up?" And then you know.
Yeah, because that'll give me a what's up.
But the problem is,
Show
the
it from
issue
friends,
is
how
that
you
I'm
doing?
like that. This is my mentality. I feel like is on social media. I hit you up to see if I still got it, but then I really don't want it. So I'm like, damn. It stops at a certain point. It stops at a certain
I feel
point.
that
So
to my core.
you throwing bait
that's
out
cold
there to
shit.
see if you still got it, but you don't really want them to bite
I
it.
be wanting to bite because
Oh, okay.
sometimes, because a lot of times it's just like, I think he's cute. I just want to tell you, but usually it turns into hate, and then it's the hate exchanges. And then I get dick pics, and then I don't
Or videos.
and it turns me off instantaneously.
Return to sender. Return to
But I
sender.
feel like I would like to naturally go to a grocery store and find somebody. Or
In the
go
grocery
to
store?
I'm just saying a
Like
normal.
a fantasy or something?
It's this fantasy in your head about
My name's
I picked
Jay.
up
Get out
the
of life
tomatoes
then.
and he said hi.
Said the grocery store is here.
Okay.
You like it crisp?
No, but yeah.
I like it chopped.
Right. I felt like
I like the way he smacked that watermelon.
Right? You know what I'm saying? He was on the plums a little too long.
Yeah.
No, I really feel like I'm really not good at the whole like approach because I have traditional thought processes, even though the day and age is not.
What's
very
going on,
traditional.
King
Women
Earl?
are always there. Women are more aggressive now, and I do appear to be slightly more aggressive, but just not on that. Like I want to date. Hey, I like you.
So are you easily approachable? Do you see
Usually
yourself
I
as
am.
easily approachable?
I have rest and B face, but I do have. I am
Usually.
approachable. I am approachable.
Okay.
But okay, let me just say this for the guys. Usually, 99.9% of
That's
the
a hell of a
time,
number. All right.
I can stand by this. 99.9% of the time, the female that has the rested bitch face be cool as shit.
Yeah.
They
'Cause
they really could be the
At the end of
homie.
the day, that's usually I get that, man, you different, you just real cool, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with that. Like I know I'm cool. Like you just saying some shit I already know.
You disagree with that?
I'm gonna say 99.9% is kind of high.
That's a strong number. That's a strong number. Sometimes that rest and beef is really just the rest and beef. It's like, hey man, look.
Well, a lot of times it's usually because that our rest
The
of
only
bitch face is usually like a barrier. Like I
Yeah.
don't want you messing with me, but if you do,
I'm cool as
penetrate
shit.
that layer of me. Okay, I am cool. Yeah. Sometimes that's usually how that is.
Okay.
It may not be all the time. She said, no.
Okay.
Like,
So,
I
But
really don't
it's
want you touching
also
me today.
it also depends on the man's
it is
approach as
natural.
well.
okay. So go ahead.
But you got to think about all the times that us men, and there's a lot of y'all women out there. Well, she's cut off.
Clean up on aisle 5. Clean up on aisle 5.
Hey, that mint julep will do it to you. I'm just
And
saying.
so this is her first mint julep. One thing about mint juleps, especially when
She cannot
Superman
have no
makes
more.
them, he make them super strong. I guess maybe loaded with kryptonite. I don't know what's in it,
well,
but Superman
mint
made
juleps
that bad boy.
are naturally super strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, while we get the cleanup going,
Yeah, but
so
what I was saying was,
Yeah.
Earl said maybe 89%. Okay.
yeah, what a lot of women have to think about is the consistency behind the male's approach to women. Like, we approach 7 women, and then we see the one that could be the one, and we like, you know what? Don't worry about it. We want to keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about the approach. Now we're numb to like y'all rest in bitch face and be like, look, she's just a bitch. I'm just gonna chill until I see somebody who smile. I'm gonna catch them on a smile instead of the rest in bitch face.
It's not even necessarily that. Sometimes y'all get I'll say sometimes guys get the response they get because of your approach. Your approach may be wrong.
How
it
you
may-
doing
it
this?
may be
How
trash.
you doing it is not a reason for resting bitch face, and you'll get a
No,
bitch
it's
face.
the
what if I
rest.
say
How
like,
you doing?
what if I say
The
like,
resting bitch face is a natural face. That's we
What if-
don't know how to look no other way.
Yeah, but what if my approach is like this? Like great jacket. Like, okay. did that approach work?
That's not it.
That's cool because you don't know my name.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
you just
all
want to get
right.
my attention. That's
Yeah.
cool. But what she said, hey, why you not smiling? Shut the fuck up.
You be like, bro, because what I'm smiling for right now.
See, that's why he's just trying to soften up the blow.
That's probably the worst.
That's
thing.
the bad
Tell me,
approach.
hey, you should smile. You look like you would be pretty if you smiled. Nigga, I'll cuss your ass out.
use those.
But a lot of
some
times
brothers do.
dudes say
But it
that.
happens.
They'll be like,
Yeah, you use that.
they'll walk past you. They done seen you go down aisle 5, and they was like, "You serious?" about
She stuck
getting
on
your
this
Lucky
grocery store.
Charms? And he over here talking about smiles, bitch. For what? I got a long day at work.
Not only that, but I gotta pay $32 for eggs. I don't want to smile.
Come on, you don't know if he don't want to buy your $32 eggs. For
Well,
you.
it doesn't
If you
matter.
just-
He should have.
matter to me in this
Listen, he can buy them and then I'm smiling.
Why would I
So
buy
it's
them
after
if
the
you're not
transaction.
smiling?
But my thing is, why do I have to smile to get your?
It ain't about that. So what that is just trying to soften you up for an approach. And,
Okay.
and based on a
I
male,
would
like
rather
if
a
I
corny joke.
no, that's a corny joke. Hey, smile.
Smile
some
is not a
dudes.
corny joke.
For some dudes, it is.
It is.
Okay. Well, that's how we view it. That's how we view it.
you it's not.
Okay. Well, y'all who out there dating, don't ask
go
them
to
to
old
smile.
You know what? But let's get back on it though. So how does social media affect this? Because we're meeting people organically. So we meet people organically. How does social media affect dating? How does it affect it for
It
you?
makes it unrealistic.
So what parts? Like because now, like, am I expected to take you on a $5,000 date flight to France
I mean-
for lunch and then bring you back type stuff? You know
You
what I'm
gotta
saying?
remember.
Wait a minute, because
But I
can
see
you?
that on social
Can you
media.
afford that?
Because can you do it?
No, do I want to do that? If I can afford it, not do I want to do that? Hey, don't pack no stuff. We're going to France for lunch.
The aspect
No.
is
By the
that
time we get there, it's gonna be dinner anyway.
You go get some legs.
I ain't want dinner.
the leg and the thigh.
You went to Paris,
You got
Texas?
fluid
or-
out or you?
Get in the car. We drive to Paris.
I flew to Boston.
Okay. Oh,
Spirit had a little discount.
Nah, spirit.
I used to go to that counter, bro.
Come on,
Let
Spirit.
me get that $3 flight to.
I spent $75.
I undid that.
I spent $75
I
for
flew
a
out of
round trip
California.
for her and I. We left on a Monday at noon. Got there on a Tuesday, came back Wednesday.
Mine was even better.
Yeah.
Here you go. I left on a Monday morning. And came back Monday night.
Y'all got fluid out from social media? No. That's what I'm trying to figure out social media.
No, but
We
what
really
he was
trying to
saying
talk
was
over.
basically social media makes you feel like you have to do all these extravagant things to date.
It is because you got to think. Like if I approach you organically in person, I don't have my pictures, the positives of me as like my resume. So I think that's what becomes unrealistic. That's why somebody's like what appeases that person is because of you. Damn, she got all the filter Snapchat videos and pictures.
Yeah.
Her face looks flawless. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, them Snapchat.
And then when they see you
them
in
filters
person.
be-
You know, the filter.
Woo, them filters
And
can
then
get
you, it's so like then
Look like
the
Halle
fear
Berry.
now is like
Hey,
now
Natasha.
I meet you in person and you not the person that I feel catfish, even though I've seen you on your page, but I still didn't see you because you're not the person that I thought you was. because you
Bullet.
Yeah.
but you maybe even like chest up or you know what I'm saying or
I was about to say, let's wait a minute, because people be happy.
But for the record, 8 times out of 10, when I see somebody online and I meet them in person, because I've done it where I meet people in person that I've seen online, I tend to, if they just taking headshots, I kind of got an idea.
You already know what's going on.
Yeah, a couple of times I have been fooled. I'm like, God damn, I did not expect to see this. But on the other side of it, if I meet somebody online and we actually start to chat and talk and say, let's go get a drink or something, let's go hang out, whatever you show up looking like is cool. I mean, as long as you're close to it. If I can spot you, I need to be able to spot you. Because I think you'll be able to see me and spot me and say, oh, that's a cool dude with the glasses, right? So on the other side of it, I need to at least be able to see you and spot you. But it doesn't really matter to me what you look like, especially if we just kind of kicking and having a good time. Let's just go have a good time and enjoy the
That's
day.
what I was gonna say. I think it's not just social media affecting the way people see each other, but also affects the way that people interact when they're dating as well. Because like I can talk to anybody till the cows come home about whatever, face to face, right?
Right.
But if I'm chatting with you in your DMs back and forth and stuff,
I'm gonna get bored.
I have time, right? I have time to sit and think about what I want to say, or I can just not respond. Or people can put on personas to be someone else, in their DMs. They're like, oh yeah, I was out doing this today. Meanwhile, they was in their house all day doing jack shit. But then you meet them in person, you're like, where's this fun, happy, crazy, outgoing person that I was talking to just 5 minutes ago? Like, where is that? You're a different person, right? They're different people. So I think social media in general, it affects so much. I know we're specifically talking about dating, but it just affects so much on a social aspect of how we interact with each other face to face. Like, it's different.
Yeah, true,
I know somebody personally. I won't say how I know them. They had this cool little relationship going on with a dude for a little minute just because they were texting back and forth consistently. And her friends were telling her what to say. And then when they finally went on a date, he was like, what happened, sis?
Where my girl
you
at?
falling a little flat. But you have to be, regardless of whether you meet somebody on social media, in the grocery store, or wherever, you have to be authentically you, period. Even if, sis, I know we're using the filters and all that, but put a real picture every once in a while.
My daughter, my oldest, she's
Put a
about
real
20 years
picture every
old.
once in a
She
while.
says that she's a firm believer that everybody in this current generation of people who are on IG, just social media in general, they live for the illusion and the delusions.
Yes.
Like, they live for it. They understand that it's all an illusion. They understand that they're all being deluded to themselves. Yeah. They don't care. They are here for it. Sell me the fake story. They want it.
Yeah. They absolutely do. And it's, I know somebody, I'm like, you ain't gonna say any names.
Same age, Nate. Same thing.
Yeah.
All my younger kids, they love it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say anything about my kids, but some people's kids that do the same thing. Well, y'all like, I know for a fact you ain't, how your pictures looking, what you're doing right now, totally different. But once again, social media says, hey, if I have this look, something might happen. I might explode. Somebody might say, oh shit, there go the look I want to see, and let me go spoil this person, or however that works.
And that goes both ways for good and bad, because young kids or young boys, they want to get on there holding up fake guns, fake money.
Oh my God!
But looking at it, it looks real. So then that brings on the wrong message, and they get caught up that way. That's what I said.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's why a lot of kids.
Or like the little guy from the studio audience said, you know how you see people create this whole little scene for Valentine's Day? They got all the roses in the room and all this extra stuff, and then you looking at your man like, where my roses in my room?
Yeah.
First of all, that may not even be that man's setup. So let's just start there. And honestly, you just have to be honest with your person about what y'all like, what y'all dislike, and what you expect out of that person, and don't expect stuff from the movies, because that's not realistic.
And then understand what he can or cannot do. He may not can do that. He may can get you flowers in a card. That may all he can afford.
I just
cook you a nice meal.
I'm not gonna give you a whole setup of roses and
balloons and
everything.
That's the expectation.
That's the Instagram model syndrome. It really is. It's Instagram model syndrome. Most of them expect, like, you in my DMs, it costs money. The transactional aspect. Like I need you gonna fly me out and then want to go live and talk about, well, he was asking me for sex. Bitch, I done spend money on your ass. Come on here.
You sold it to him.
You know what I'm saying?
You sold him the dream.
Push the button.
You sold
Hey,
the dream.
I had a friend. I had a friend, right? So she went to Greece. My friend went to Greece. I ain't gonna say her name. She went to Greece. She took all these pictures. Pictures was amazing. And we've been friends for a long time. Just a friend of mine. So she took all these pictures. She was in Greece. I thought she was by herself. How she took her pictures. I was like, man, my homegirl done stepped it up. I need to take me a flight somewhere by myself because I was so impressed about what she did. So I saw her at the club. I said, "Say, man, I saw your pictures, Greece. You was doing your thing." She said, "I was with a dude." I said, "What?" I say, "Because you look like you was by yourself." I thought you was getting random people to hold the camera. You having dinner by yourself. I was like, man, she pampered herself to Greece. Yeah, he was not assigned.
Understood the assignment. He wasn't gonna be in none of the.
He did not be in none of the pictures. It was impressive.
She had an NDA and said, "You're not gonna be in none of my pictures. You're gonna get fined."
Yeah, it was impressive. It was impressive. So that's another thing with social media. So because social media allows you, well, real life allows you to have many different people love as a partners, right? But social media allows you to have people in different states, different places, a lot easier in different conversations. How do you navigate that, especially like say when you're traveling? Because if I take you out of town and we having a good time, we taking pictures and stuff. Yeah, I'm being some pictures. You're gonna see a hand or something. It's gonna be always. She only got half a shoulder. Right. She only got half a shoulder. You're gonna have to crop up half your shoulder every time you take a picture. We sure got half a shoulder.
We sit down by mirrors. That's where we go. We're gonna sit by mirrors and windows.
There was 2 cups on that table. Who had the second drink?
You can't
What
take
if
a
it had
picture.
lipstick marks on it? What was that?
You can't take a picture of your food and be like, "Hey, I flew out to Dubai." The old dude in there. Yeah, I bought it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I bought this food.
I mean, but okay, so you talking about state to state. It does. Social media has opened the door to where it's no longer going across town to find your mistress. You're not limited anymore. So it really is limitless. You can have a boyfriend in Nigeria right now. And y'all can be in love and never
Highly don't
physically
recommend.
seen each other because the art of technology gives you intimacy.
And then his computer got stolen, so he had to get him another one.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But it gives you intimacy. So like I can have FaceTime and actually see this person, talk to this person, kind of see where he's staying at. You're in your bedroom because he's identified that as his room. So people have Meta is really real. Like it's really here. We talk about
real.
chat, AI, and all that shit. All that
It's
stuff
here.
is
It's
real.
here. It's
That's how
actually
me and my
In a
boyfriend
minute,
got
you gonna be
together, though.
married to a rubber person, and you be talking about you my
Stop.
husband.
my homeboy engaged right now to one.
No, thank you.
Real talk, man.
No, thank you.
And
A friend of mine is
not
engaged to
even-
this lady named Lucille. They've been engaged for a minute. So it's possible. It is strictly possible. But yeah, social media.
Social media was really good though because like that's how me and my current boyfriend met. Like, well, kind of like we met through my best friend, but we dated through social media for, like a year and a half.
So what does dating through social media look like? How does that look?
Like just like a normal relationship minus seeing each other every day. Like, we would fly out to see each other occasionally. So I started when we were in Florida. So I would fly out here, and he never actually flew out there now that I think about it. But he would fly because I didn't
Don't want no shit.
I didn't need him to.
Don't go home. You ain't never come to see me.
No, I know I had roommates at the time actually. I had a roommate at the time and I was going through some stuff, like life stuff for real. So I really didn't want him coming out there. But I would fly out or we would go take trips to random places to date. So those were our dates. We'd go to like El Paso or something.
That's creative.
And it worked out because now we've been together almost 4 years and it's like been the healthiest relationship that I've had in my adult life.
Relationship.
Ayo.
Come on, Black love.
Social media relationships
But
like
then
that?
I also,
right?
absolutely,
Oh, okay.
absolutely
Just making
black.
sure
Yeah,
we assume
I
that.
only date black men.
Literally just said, "Come on, Black love," and then thought about it.
No, but then
But the
I
Red
also
Room
had-
does not discriminate against anybody
No, we
based
do
on
not.
race.
You
No,
do
we do
you.
not.
Do what
You
makes
do
you
you.
happy.
Okay, that's all. I
She's
just
just
want
like
that
a little
disclaimer. We're
melanin.
back at it. Go ahead.
Right.
She's
But
like
then
hers with
I
melanin.
also so within my relationship because we're poly. So I had another boyfriend that I also dated mostly online, and we did the same thing, just traveling, and it worked out. We dated for almost a year as well. So like I feel like
Come
social
on,
media.
Polly with the 2 boyfriends though. Yeah, cause y'all don't be talking about the Polly with
Right,
the 2
let's talk about
boyfriends.
the
Y'all always
Polly
be talking about the with the
boyfriends.
girlfriends.
Let's talk about it.
Why you look at me? I rarely.
I got questions.
With my
I got
relationship,
topics,
for the record, with my
Talk
relationship
about
style, I rarely talk about poly because I'm more non-monogamous than poly. So for me, that's me. I'm more non-monogamous than poly. So that's why. So this is actually a perfect example of women. You look me dead in my eyes. You look me dead in my eyes.
I looked him dead in his head because he was turned to you.
Yeah. So,
No, but for real.
yeah, but that's amazing relationship style.
Going into the poly aspect for a woman dating multiple men. How is that? How do you balance that?
Initially, it was tough because that was my first time in a truly poly relationship or a truly poly situation. It definitely hard navigating like the emotions, trying to reconcile within myself is like, no, I love him, and I'm in love with him, but I'm actually for real legit in love with this other person too. That's strange. Like,
Because it's not what we're taught.
right, the norm says I
Yeah.
shouldn't be
It's not
able
what
to
we're
be
taught.
in love with 2 people. You know, I can love a lot of people, like, you know, I can love all y'all, but to be in love with somebody that's deep, and be in love with 2 people that's deep, and then also like having them know about each other and they're actually friends with each other. Like,
Oh, that's real cute.
yeah, no, yeah. Like, I'm right. Like, I actually met because they were friends first, and I ended up meeting my second boyfriend through like one of the little meetups that they had because they're all gamers or whatever. Anyway, so it was just a lot of learning within myself how to navigate that, how to accept it, and understanding that jealousy has no place in that situation.
Absolutely, it doesn't. Actually.
And you have to learn how to quell that and start questioning yourself. Like, hey, why do I feel like I need to be jealous in this particular situation or in this particular moment? You know, and is this really jealousy, or is this just a shortcoming of myself, or do I feel there's a shortcoming of someone else? So it makes me feel some type of way, you know, that I relate to jealousy. So I learned a lot about myself during that time, and I'm still growing. But man, like when I tell you, the growth was rapid in that year.
It had to be. It had to be. You had to figure it out fast. That's one of those things that you got to figure out fast, especially when it comes to dealing with all your emotions, with sharing your emotions, all your emotions with different people, because you're sharing all your emotions with this one, all you with this one. If you get somebody else, all of them with that one.
Absolutely.
So and they're only having maybe sharing with one, depending on how their style is and how y'all relationships are. But yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to happen.
Do you guys plan to all live in a particular location at some point and not like all
No.
in separate locations?
So I'm no longer with my second boyfriend. So now I'm just one person. I only have one partner. So I'm, you know, anybody want
campaigning.
to
Campaigning.
We got a new one, y'all.
We got campaigners. We
And that did not take long. It only took 37 minutes for somebody to start a campaign.
I just like people. So, you know, all positions are available. But
Ooh, all right then.
but no.
That's a hell of a campaign right there. That's
Stand you see.
But
That's
it
on
was
all
what it was.
platforms.
Stand you see.
Right, that's on all platforms right there.
Jay said Mel with 2 L's for president.
That's a hell of a campaign, right there.
Hey, I mean,
Look, he like, let me go ahead and be your.
Hold on, wait a minute.
sis working it out over here.
I know, right? But it wasn't something that we talked about at one point, and with our dynamic, it wouldn't have worked. But I think it could. I personally think it could have, but you know, certain people, certain egos, and just certain.
Yeah.
And it's not even about like, oh, I don't want to share. It's just like I like my space. I need my space. I like to keep certain things separate. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's dope.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Thank you. Because that
Don't say that too loud.
goes back to our social media. Actually, don't go back to our social media like
It goes
that.
back to social media.
No, it actually does not. No, that's a whole different topic. But that's
I'm a Taurus.
all right. Well, all right. You good back? Okay. So, all right.
And your ants. I am
So
the devil.
with
I am the
that
devil.
being the case,
Little
first of
horns.
all, there are sometimes people don't understand, or a lot of people don't understand. There are a lot of, and we've talked about it on the show plenty of times, a lot of different relationship styles that everybody, and even going through social, which bring that up, even through social media, you know, meeting people and saying, hey, this is how I live my life, right? So probably at the time when I was in a relationship, non-monogamous, right? So everybody's relationship style, and then you have to meet people online and say, hey, well, this is me, because I'd rather tell you who I am first before we really get to really enjoy each other, trying to enjoy each other, and then I say, hey, look, I don't think I'm just gonna be with you. I'm probably be over here sometimes and here, and vice versa, you know. So when we do that with social media, I think that's starting to change a lot of change perception for a lot of people when it comes to relationship styles. Some people are doing it just out willy-nilly and not really understanding how it actually works. They're just thinking, okay, I'm gonna get 2 girlfriends, like you said. I'm gonna get 2 girlfriends, or I'm gonna get 2 boyfriends, and I'm gonna get, and I'm pimping out here, and it's not. It's not
like
really.
that.
It's not like
You
that.
got to afford the 2 girlfriends.
Yeah.
Kind of.
To a certain extent. You do.
I mean, you do, yeah.
Emotionally, you have to be able to afford to.
Yeah, emotionally, you gotta be able to afford
Because
them.
both of them got 2 different types of appetites financially. They got 2 different emotional appetites. Some of them may have some similarities, which you'd be like, yeah, I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, but they're
It's not gonna be that
separate
many.
entities.
Yeah.
That's regardless if you were with 2 dudes, you still gotta give up stuff.
There's a
and
lot,
It's
yeah.
a lot that comes with that. I ain't there yet. So I know me mature wise, I am very mature, but I don't know if I'm able to handle having like wanting to it's too many people. It's too many things going on as far as like responsibility for me, because I feel like if I hurt your feelings, I'm like, how do I fix it? I don't. Okay, I'm
Then you
just
gotta
go
fix
to
2
this
people's
one.
feelings.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't want to deal with you right now.
I ain't got the fuck with you. I can deal with this.
All right, I'll give you 3 days. Like,
Me and John are good. Just kick it till you calm down.
So that's just me. I know that mature wise, I'm very mature to be in one relationship, but I don't know if I can balance more than one or be balanced by somebody else. Because then I'm like, well, maybe I'm the one who's mad. You gonna ignore me because nigga.
Well, that's where communication comes in. Like, I think in situations like that, and in any relationship, whether it's a friendship or like, you know, beyond, communication should be at the forefront of all of that.
Every time.
You know?
Every single time.
And effective, honest, and open communication. Let me clarify, because those 3 words are so imperative when you're talking about communication, right? You have to have effective communication, as in, am I saying what needs to be said the proper way, and am I able to receive information the proper way? You know?
Right.
Not only that, but like timing. There's just so many different things with communication, and if you break or don't have communication in any relationship, you're losing so many other aspects of the relationship, i.e. trust, you know, which is another one at the top of almost everybody. Oh, I have to have trust. No, fuck that. Give me communication, because you can be a liar, right? But if I know who you are, then I'm gonna trust you to be who you are, right?
Yeah.
Woo!
If I know you gonna typically lie about this shit, I'm gonna just be like, bruh, stop.
Right,
Because I already
cool.
know.
I got it.
It's cool.
Right.
Or you gonna say, well, here come the lie. All right, okay, that's what happened. All right then, yeah.
But I say the communication
Are we
because
ready?
you said you would feel or you might feel some type of way in that situation. It's like, nah, as long as there's open, effective, and honest communication, then you should have no problem being able to be like, hey, yo, you feeling some type of way about that shit? Because I feel like you might. Or they could be like, hey, yo, I feel some type of way about that shit. Let's talk about it. So that way nobody misconstrues anything, you know?
That's true.
Definitely. Ooh,
Sorry.
child.
No, yeah,
I just feel like my personality is.
I love it. Spit.
I'm like, yeah, my personality is enough, and I'm too jealous to be sharing.
Yeah. So what's the unrealistic
me out.
expectation that most people have in dating? What do you think?
Okay. Oh.
I honestly, so what I see mostly like social media stuff, people feel like, or women I see a lot, feel like, okay, the man has to check XYZ boxes before I'm willing to date him or talk to him. He got to have 6 figures. He got to drive this kind of car. He got to have this kind of house. But you living with your homegirl.
But you don't check those.
Not the homegirl.
You don't check none of the boxes that you requiring.
Right.
You ain't checking none of the boxes that you asking for, and you got a Honda from 2006. Like, come on, sis, you want him to have a Ferrari?
Okay, those are very, very sturdy cars. Those are very sturdy cars.
I'm
though.
just saying, like, you can't be driving a Honda from 06 and then he gotta have a Mercedes or a Benz
Bugatti or some shit.
Yeah, like, you have to have
petty bitch car.
whatever it is that you're requiring. That's how I look at it.
I mean, but when you really look back at it, that's been going on since the beginning of time. Because when you think you're growing up, okay, so just think about it. Okay, so when I was growing up, girls in the hood, they want to date dope boys. If you want a dope boy, you ain't get nobody. Okay. So then went from dope boys to college dudes. From college dudes, niggas with job. Then from job 6 figures. And
You so made the job part say hard.
niggas with jobs.
Shit, I mean, they had to have a
White
job.
ass job.
That's a whole shit.
They work
Yeah.
9 to 5 at a plantation.
You going to work every day? They did.
No, I mean, and then the only thing that happens now is just that since
Calvin
social
gonna
media
piss. He gonna piss.
it's elevated more now. So instead of a chick want to date a dope boy from the hood, she want to try to date a 6-figure nigga or a 7-figure nigga. But she don't have nothing to bring to the table.
I don't do nothing. Sometimes, because I'm gonna tell you something. I meet women now, right? When I'm out here trying to date, I meet women now,
Yeah.
and the expectation is for me to buy them things, right? And then some of them say, I just take care of me, and I'm like, in my mind, all you offer me is pussy. That's it. And I literally can get pussy
Facts.
easier
Oh, shit.
than I can get
Where's
a
Kevin
lot of
Samuels?
stuff right now in my life,
Anywhere.
right? Pussy is one of the easiest things I can get.
Yeah.
I literally
You can get anywhere.
go down the street and in 10 minutes.
I just seen some
It's
on
that-
Northwest Highway
It's,
too.
no, I don't
Yeah.
have to go on Northwest Highway. I literally go and walk somewhere, have a great conversation, and probably get some pussy.
I mean, because this
It's
dude
not-
is
it's
pretty
not- it's
cool.
not
He's
hard.
pretty funny. He
Yeah,
probably,
yeah,
he
you get
can
the
get
laugh.
up.
He gonna
Don't
tell some
listen to
truths
this.
and a couple lies.
He ain't gonna make it.
but for me, that's kind of one of the easiest things to get, right? So when I come in, I actually want to have a conversation with you, or when we talk about stuff, it ain't what can I buy you, because I can buy a lot of stuff. I choose not to
You
buy a lot of
can.
stuff because. Well, if I get to buying this, the amount of pressure when we start, you take it organically, because the amount of pressure when I start buying stuff, you're like, he calling me again. Yeah, hush it real quick. I know you about to go home. Before you get home, stop by the house.
Yeah.
Too
I'm
much
about
pressure.
to put your head. I'm about to put them legs behind your head real quick.
Yeah, just start looking like an old man coming with old drawers on, everything. I'm making experience horrible. So yeah, you ain't gonna want that no more. I'm making experience look horrible. So saying that to say, that's good. When it comes to that part, I forgot my goddamn thought. I forgot the mint juice was on point. He got some secret serum in there.
Okay, so like we went into unrealistic expectations, right? You said, well, Nikki said 9 times out of 10 is always the check in the boxes. So like, what is one thing that you feel like that trumps all unrealistic things that we see in dating now?
You know what? Shit.
From social media to the old school to all that shit.
You know what? The one that gets me when I see people first date and then they're probably one of the fancy steakhouses in Dallas or whatever city they in, right?
Papa's brothers.
Okay, it's bunch of them out there.
Whatever.
But then they one of the fancy steakhouses and they getting the biggest steak, or they at the spot where old boy put the gold on and then try to feed it to you.
Oh, Salt Bay?
Oh boy, yeah, Salt Bay dude. Yeah. So they're Salt Bay spot and then she done got the $3,000 steak, and that's the expectation is that if you can't take me here and do something like this, you're not doing something.
What if that's the lifestyle?
Can you do it by yourself?
Then if that's the lifestyle she used to when we go there, then no. If that's the lifestyle she used to when we go there, and I say, well, I can't afford to pay for this, she should be able to afford to pay for it without an issue.
Yeah.
That's my only expectation to be able to pay. I tell my daughters, wherever you go eat, be able to pay for your meal if you trip out.
But this
That's
the
it.
thing
Or she-
though, 9
depending on
times
what
out
it
of
is.
10, the females that expect that and feel like, okay, I'm not
broke.
going out with you if you can't take me here. They can't
they
afford
can't afford
it.
it.
They can't pay for it.
This
so
is they-
stop
this
trying to
is
make
they
the
first
man.
meal since
Stop trying to make him
2010.
have what you don't have.
They ain't had a steak since '97. They
And your
thought
mama
that
made it.
tomahawk was good. Yeah, they mama cooked it.
It was a special night. It was your birthday.
So I had an experience. One insurance company I used to work for, it was a couple females and myself. We used to talk about relationships all the time because everybody was in different phases of their life. And it was 2 ladies. They, black women, but always they were very in tune style. Wanted to have the best weaves and the makeup was, beat all that shit every day. Is that Kim Possible? Yeah. Okay.
Sound like Go-Go Power.
Or maybe Power Rangers. Yeah, okay. Anywho, so they were talking, and one thing we were talking about marriage. Because I think I was the only one at the time married. One girl was, I think she was engaged, and the other two, like, ain't had a stable relationship in like 15 years. But you know,
So
but
you know
they
exactly
were the
what
ones
we're
who
talking about
had,
at that job.
no, but anyway, we had the conversation about it was like, okay, so what do you expect your fiance, your man, because it was all women, how do you expect your man, like we was like, would you accept a ring that was like a Cracker Jack ring? And myself and the girl who was engaged was like, I don't really care because I love him. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, we get married. I now the expectation is at the 5-year anniversary, I want to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Or the 10-year, I want to upgrade. That's where you playing the long game, as opposed to I spend $60,000 on a wedding and be divorced in 24 months. You know what I'm saying? So, but the other two ladies who ain't been in a relationship a long time. Oh, I need if he's making, it needs to be 50% or 30. It was over 30% of his salary needs to go to the ring. I feel like that's unrealistic.
Wait a minute. I know somebody specifically that said that.
Hey, girl.
They weren't even married 3 years, and you weren't even making that amount of money.
You saying you was she on the thing? Are you on the thing? Who was on?
I mean, because I look.
Well, no, because at the end of the day, that was the issue. Like most of my friends who spent $50,000+ on their marriage, they wedding. That includes reception, the wedding, and maybe the honeymoon. For instance, they went to this elaborate trip, as opposed to like myself. Even though my marriage wasn't successful, I lasted longer than most of my friends did. I did a decade. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because they thinking about the wrong
Yeah,
thing.
that
Like
sound
you
like you did
focused
time.
on the
I
wrong
did- I
thing.
mean,
Yeah.
I did
I did a decade in the mess. You know what I'm saying? I was in the being. I was in the marriage
My
10
marriage
years.
wasn't
Hard,
horrible.
stand
It
tall.
just wasn't the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We had our ups and downs. But
I
at the
did
end
my
of the
time.
day, I did more time, and we went to Justice of the Peace.
Yeah.
Like we literally, my when I joined the military, my recruiter's husband was a pastor. That's how we got married, and we was married 10 years. We did the thing for them almost 11. You know
Well,
what I'm
because
saying?
you can start out wherever you are, and then, like you said, in 5 years we can upgrade, or 10 years, or whatever.
That's like that recalibration. Like, baby, I still love you. I want to show you that I still love you. I want to do 5 more years with you. This is why. Here's a symbol of my love, and that's usually the traditional symbol.
For sure.
But you ain't 50,000, bitch. We could have bought a house,
Bruh.
down payment on some land.
That part.
My mother told me that one time. She said when she married my stepfather, she said all her friends was getting rings. This was early 70s. All her friends getting rings. She said he bought a house. He said, I didn't care if I got a cracker. They said I told the cracker. Said I got a Cracker Jack thing. I didn't care if I had a Cracker Jack ring. He said all my friends had rings in the apartment. I had a house. And so I always looked at that as if and when I get married, that's what I would want. The ring shouldn't be the major part. It should be our establishment, our next level of establishment, right?
Your mama over here like, y'all want to bring y'all rings to my house?
Huh? if you watch my married mama, that was exactly what said for me, because I actually paid attention to that. And I did. I paid attention. I never forgot that. And I was a kid when she told me that. And I never forgot that.
So you talking about
be on the chat. That's
expensive food? Hey, mama. So we talking about expensive meals when you really ain't got the mental is not adding up. So basically, you got filet mignon money. But filet mignon
tuna fish money.
Yeah, and not even just tuna fish, the Star Kiss kind that come in the packets.
Water.
Okay,
yeah, the pouch. You know what I'm saying?
Not the can
with the water. Hold on, I got 1,000 pouches in my house. Something wrong with the pouches? We'll talk about this later. Because I need to know if it's contaminated.
No, I ain't saying that.
Okay.
What she's saying is versus, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you want Gucci, but you only can afford Vellucci at Big T's.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? You want to look the part, but you can't necessarily back it up. It ain't nothing wrong with Vellucci unless you want the Gucci and you want me to pay for it.
And if you want me to pay for Gucci, then I ain't paying for Gucci.
Playing devil's advocate, is it how do you elevate your life if you don't date up?
How do you elevate your life if you don't date up? I mean,
because women will say that, like they just trying to elevate their lives.
Okay, there's a few things. Okay, so if you try to date a high value dude, 9 times out of 10 we gonna give a fuck.
Don't say high value though.
just no.
Give me Kevin Samuels vibe.
Okay.
Ill.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
a dude,
you know.
a dude who really makes like 6-7 figures.
We got you, brother. We listening, brother. Go ahead.
They don't. Dudes don't
That's
care
high
about.
monetary.
Dudes
That's not
don't-
high value.
Right.
No, brother. We understand what you're saying.
Go ahead.
Carry
Go
on,
ahead,
brother.
Taylor, let him
Money,
make.
we're just talking about money right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
We're talking about
we
money.
understand, brother.
So what she said,
is not
she said
wrong.
money.
We understand what the brother's saying.
So basically, not talking to him, we don't care. If we like it, we like it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll date you no matter what. So we don't care if you want to elevate yourself, we'll help you elevate yourself.
Yeah.
If you're on that, if you bring along
The
ambition, not a lot of headaches.
Get in the kitchen, take your shoes off. No, don't do that shit. I'm bullshitting.
Just not a lot of different headaches. 'Cause headaches can come in different things. Like you might like to cook, nigga. I might not like you to cook. Yeah. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't cook for me. You know. I mean, so just different headaches come in different realms. So
Gotcha.
So then a dude who makes let's say electrician makes 6 figures every year.
On average.
But that's on average. But most women who don't realize that devalue that because
To them, it's manual
they're
labor.
driving.
They wasn't fucking with Glassdoor. They didn't
Yeah.
check out the salary.
Yeah, I mean, they're not driving. They're not driving this. They're not looking like this. They might have a house, but the house ain't extra big. It might be about 2,000 square feet. Maybe 1,800.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
Because they living below their means.
Yeah, rewired. It's all done.
Let's say no electric problems.
Yeah, none. Why?
But yeah, when you
But a lot of women don't look at that, and they'll look over him
Right.
for the
Not knowing.
because they're not.
Because it's not what they,
I mean, but
the
there goes
package that
in
they
it's
expect.
the same shit with the females. A lot of women get looked over because they not the video vixen. They ain't got the Brazilian butt lift. They ain't got big ass titties, or if they, you know what I'm saying? They just.
That's not true.
It's very
No, it's true.
Not for a lot of dudes. I'm gonna tell you, for a lot of dudes.
They will
True.
chase the aesthetics until they ready to settle down. Then they
Absolutely.
find. Then they will
Absolutely.
find the one.
The plain Jane.
Is that not what you're supposed to do?
I'm not saying.
Theoretically, no. Theoretically,
I'm
no.
not saying.
If
No.
I'm
Theoretically.
single and I'm ready to mingle, I'm looking for the best thing popping. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm in these streets, I'm looking for the best thing. But when it's
It's a
time
gift
for
and
me
a
to
curse
settle
of that,
down,
though.
what I'm saying, if it's time for me to settle down, then I'm gonna start looking for qualities. You know what I'm saying? But shit,
All right, now you a dude. I be on the
Basically,
streets, now you a
what he's
dude.
saying
That's
is
how
when you
I'm
just when you just messing around, you looking for quantity and what it look
and
like,
that's true.
and then you look for
But
quality when you're ready to settle
talking
down.
about serious dating. That's what I'm saying. And in a lot of cases, a lot of men don't. They don't have the discernment to know the difference. In many cases, in my opinion, from what I see.
Man, I don't
It could
agree
be
because we can discern. A lot of times we can't actually discern whether it's like Kane was saying, whether it's the elevation aspect of it, like hey,
Right.
this is hey, I'm meeting you, let's go enjoy each other. Hey, I want to take you to something different because you may not have ever been here, and so we might go to a party here or we might go to an event here that you've never seen. Well, I have to get you something to make you to get you to that level because you just never been there. Not that you don't know because you haven't been there, right? So there are certain things. Somebody did that to me. A lady did that to me. You know, so brought me a starter kit. I came in my Garanimals and shit ready to go party. And she said, but she was matching like what she said. That's what she wearing. Bought me a starter kit. Hey, put these slacks on, put this jacket on. She was cold. And I walked out, got called, man, you look amazing. That's changed my life, right?
Yeah.
So that changed how I viewed a lot of things. And so even now, if I go out on date, okay, certain things I say, okay, well, but I also have to discern the fact that you're capable and you're able. If I take you somewhere, I want you to be able to be able to handle
fit
the
into
situation.
that, yeah.
You don't have to be able to handle the situation. You know, don't just, oh shit, first time in life, bring drinks. Calm down. We got an open bar. Chill out. Let's stay focused. Yeah, you know. So, but I think it's a two-way street with elevation. Somebody did it for me, in part of my next relationship. I may do that for somebody else. They're not already there. Hopefully, I meet Oprah. And then I get elevated higher.
Nigga said Oprah.
Oprah, can you inbox him, please?
Oprah Winfrey.
Right.
I ain't gonna create no waves, man. I stay on the sideline, mind my business. Okay, anyway.
Oprah, he been asking you for a long time.
Yeah, I stay on the sideline. Instead, I stay on the sideline.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Right.
No, but
go ahead. Go ahead. I agree with them though. Sometimes you gotta date what you want, what you like that look good on the eyes first, and then when you're ready to do something different,
that's for the men, because as a woman, don't do that. Don't.
I mean,
No, I'm
9
joking, I'm
times
just
out of
joking, I'm
10,
just
what
joking.
look good on the
I'm
eyes,
just joking. Yeah, it ain't good for you. But
it don't be good other places.
You right.
I'm just gonna say that.
You're right. But to answer your question, I think for most people, it's instead of keeping yourself or keeping your mindset in the little small box that you've allowed yourself to remain in for so long, like just be open to the unexpected, be open to something new, be open to something different.
Right.
Like if you want to elevate your life, you gotta make some changes. You can't keep doing the same shit and then
Right.
expecting different results.
That part.
Insanity.
Like,
crazy.
Yeah, we all know what that means.
Crazy.
So if you
Deranged.
if you
Maurice
open
said
yourself
we
up
just
to
want
different
peace.
experiences, you might find yourself in different places and different circles around different people who have different mindsets that can introduce you to that one person that might change your life.
Right.
So
Change your
just be open.
life.
Now I'll say this. So a lot of, based on the topic of the conversation, it's like a lot of what perspective is saying that a lot of men or a lot of women look for men to elevate them or upgrade them and stuff like that or whatever. 9 times out of 10, it's more women elevating and updating and upgrading men.
Yeah, that is true.
I agree.
I will agree with you there.
I agree.
You're right, because in a lot of cases, so there's also the stigma as well, because a lot of men statistically won't feel they feel a way if they're not at a certain status before they actually want to approach the right person anyway.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a catch-22 because even if you are working toward that, you could have that partner who's willing to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that aspect. Then you have the aspect of like basically the leech versus and the person who you're, the energy vampire basically.
Yeah.
And then you have the one who's really trying to show you something and bring you up to their level at the same time. So it's a catch-22 to it, and it's kind of like the chance, the discernment, the trying to figure out, is this person really can I invest in their potential so that we can work together and be on the same level and level up together? Or am I at this level and I see this person, I can see him be there, like he can be my
That's a lot of
You
discernment.
see more
That's a
him
lot
than
of
he
discernment
sees.
that you got to go through for that.
Because a lot of women and men alike, when
Yeah.
they're in that situation, that's usually what happens. Is I see the potential in you, you don't see in yourself, and we stay stuck on that potential, and then we end up disappointing ourselves because
absolutely.
they never leveled up to the potential that they could potentially have.
Exactly.
And that's also in itself. And then that also ends up being unrealistic because you didn't see him for what he was, you see him for what he could have been.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, that was a drop mic moment. You're absolutely correct on that. She said it down politely. But yeah, and you're absolutely right. That is one of the things, especially when you try to look at people leveling up and how you level up. Because I've watched people be on a certain level and be brought back down because the person they're with was afraid to go to the next level.
Yeah.
There are certain things I've been afraid to do. When it comes to interaction and people, I've never been afraid. I go anywhere, anytime, right? But then there's certain things I've been afraid to do where, I understood at certain points I might hold somebody back because I'm not ready for that. Or I'm afraid. I ain't gonna say I ain't ready. I was afraid to do it.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm there. So when they level up or they go up, my thing is, well, you go. And I got you. Or, if you fall, your boy right here. Yeah. And then when I get ready, we're going to be side by side at the table. Yeah. But I pay attention to that. But that's something I always paid attention to. But I do see where it goes both directions. Yeah. Sometimes you can pull them up with you, but sometimes they'll drag you back down. Yeah. And whatever element you're missing or you won't, or you just want to say, well, let me go back down and get them and then bring them back up or her back up. Yeah. And you can't do that. You got to say, well, I'm here.
Yeah.
How about the aesthetic aspect?
Because sometimes you can level them up, but then once they get there, that's all they see. So they want to go venture out, but it's like, nah, I'm still trying to go up. I'm still trying to go up more, but they don't want to come. So it's like,
well, then you have, because there's instances of like the Tyler Perry movies where I leveled you up and then you start acting different and then you depart ways from me. And you didn't kick me out, let me out to dry. Now I'm on my Angela Bassett ready to burn your shit. Yeah.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's
afforded me this lifestyle.
Yeah.
But But with a lot of women nowadays, that's what they're doing. You know, a lot of women are actually leveling up from dudes or whatever, or even by themselves, and then they get to the point where I don't need a dude, and so then they get into I don't need a dude mentality, and
So let's say
everything's a headache though. Women do a relationship's a headache. I don't give a fuck what you look about. So it's all it is.
No, it's not. My relationship is
It's always y'all.
Praise the Lord.
relationship is not a headache.
Well, you're an exception. You're an exception.
It's not a headache.
And I'm not even talking about. I'm not even talking about like
She
like
said on
just.
crib.
I'm talking about just like every day. But your dudes do some shit that your dudes done did some shit that just got on your nerves.
But see, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm gonna put it to you like this because y'all had that conversation, y'all had that understanding. Everybody's not mature enough to be able to have that dialogue in the beginning.
Exactly.
And on top of that, you knew what you wanted. He knew what he wanted. You see what I'm saying? That
Which
makes
is rare.
That makes
usually
a
it's like
major
trying
difference.
to convince you, like, baby, don't you want to do? And he be like, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here. You know, I do like you. You know what I'm saying? You cook meals from time to time. You do give me pussy from time to time. It feels good. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes
You know,
shit do
and
be a
then
headache, but it's not a bad headache.
Yeah.
It's like kids. If you got kids,
Hey, you
kids are fucking headaches.
Kids are a headache. Our relationship is not.
Kids are headaches.
But see,
But you love
okay,
your
so
kids.
in that, I love my kids. My kids don't give me a headache. Ironically, they don't.
Your kids are you.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
they are you. Yeah.
They ain't got that on yet.
They come.
I mean, but still, they still me.
Yeah, they're gonna be you. They're gonna be your teenage you.
Gonna be a time.
They're gonna be your rebellious you. They're gonna be all your yous.
But I'll say this.
Okay.
I'll say this. Dating
the line.
with unrealistic expectations mean that you're not real with yourself.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
that's
and I'll say that when you're real with yourself, you're gonna attract like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
Once you attract that, it's gonna be easy. You see what I'm saying? So, unrealistic expectation, that is social media for the most part. That is going out to the club, environments and stuff like that you choose to date in. You know what I mean? You can't really just meet someone. I ain't gonna say can't. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna meet somebody at the club and just end up the rest of your life with them.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Real possible.
Because there's too many options.
It
But
is
it's
possible.
different if you go sit at a bar or something like
I mean,
that.
he did it. Possible.
It's possible because he did it.
I did no lies and deceit. I was at work and you went to the club. There was a difference. No.
So you made him on his job.
Now, yeah.
Technically,
Technically, she did. She seen all this chocolate. She saw that chest jump, and I did this spin.
What test? Show us the
I did this spin.
He's about to get in trouble. He's about to get in trouble. Here we go. And we about to have our first fight on live TV. Go ahead, make the chest jump, fool.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
we can't do that. Look,
You ain't getting paid for that yet.
yeah, listen, I don't want to embarrass her like that.
Only fans.
I want to embarrass her like that. But I was working, and she walked in.
And I
and
never
said,
forget. He
"Look at
said
all this
she tipped
chocolate."
him $10,000. How much she tipped?
working where?
I was shaking dick.
At the club.
I was working. That's a whole
Don't
different
minimize his
mindset.
job.
That's a
That
different
brother had to do what he
mindset.
had to do. You minimized his job just then, and I didn't appreciate that.
He put his glasses on. He's Superman.
Trying to say, bro.
Yeah. Hey.
So anyway, well, he
his
said he
glasses
came
on,
in
he's
because you didn't
chocolate
recognize he took his glasses off. You're like, who's that? He's like, I'm
Chocolate dick
Superman. I'm not
Yeah.
balling anymore. I'm Superman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You see the shirt she got on, right? All right.
Whoa, that's cold.
You.
The represent did. I don't. All right. That's how I'm talking about. That's how you suddenly. That's how you suddenly represent your person. Right there. She suddenly did that. Superman. All right. All right.
Rep that man wherever we go.
Already. That's impressive. All right, y'all. So we're at the. We're way past top of the hour. So we're doing about an hour.
We about an hour.
We right at about an hour, y'all. So, man, it's been a great show. It's been some great insight. Thank our guests for coming tonight. First
With
of all,
2
appreciate
L's.
that. Mel with 2 L's, campaigner.
Not
What you want?
again.
She's
Number
guest.
2. She looking for number 2 right now. Well,
Cousin
she
Mel with
actively
2
dating for number
L's.
2. And everybody loves her. So, what she do. So, thank y'all for coming, first of all.
And she smell good, y'all, too, in case y'all want to know.
That's couple. Y'all campaign for me like this, man.
Come on, man. We was trying to help you, too.
You right now, though. Why can't I have
No, you can't. I'm just saying. I'm just watching my
Do
friends.
you want to bring up the bad aspect?
No, I'm
Stop
good.
talking. talking now, because you're
Thank
gonna
you,
get,
man.
you gonna,
I'm
you gonna get
unapologetically
sued to
dope.
bring some shit, old
No, I'm
shit
good.
up.
No, man. Anyways, I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I've been. Okay.
Come on.
So as I was saying, you know,
He smell good too,
as,
ladies.
so okay, no shit, I started feeling cramps. So thank y'all for coming tonight. For all the questions, if anybody had any questions, we do have a live audience. Y'all can come down. Tonight we had Chef Scooter down there making tacos. So he'll start coming in consistently, making tacos for us. We're gonna have a specialty drink every time. We got 2 bartenders that can pull up on us. Come make some specialty drinks. So depending on the theme, we're gonna try to make them for the theme. So we'll see how this works, right? But RedRoom Talk Show appreciates everybody that's come, everybody that's been here. Before we head out, we're gonna make some final introductions. If you got any events or anything coming on, please tell us. If you got with your mobile bartending, please put your information out there so they can get you and they can hire you. And we'll start on your end.
All right, so once again, y'all, I am Mel the bartender, aka Mel with 2 L's. You can find me at Mel with 2 L's on all social media. Also, you can check out my website at www.melthebartender.com. That is Mel with 2 L's, so MELLTHEBARTENDER.com. Book me.
Code them words.
Already.
2 L's. 2 L's by herself.
My bad. Have the experience you deserve.
Woo! Tagline. She got her own tagline. All right, I got to work on my tagline.
That was a good tagline right there. Kane, aka Cali Smooth. Find me on Instagram and social media. I'm a cigar person of the group.
This is J Bay.
Hey,
You
J.
can find
Ray.
me on Instagram.
Instagram.
Official _ Coach J Bay 24. I'm your cousin of the Red Room and the official, unofficial Vanilla Bean.
They gonna say nothing about vanilla beans. I won't say nothing
Vanilla
about them.
Bean. It's the
Okay.
closet freak of flavor.
Already.
Yeah.
There you go. You found it. Because I sure made them sound horrible the last time. Go ahead.
Wow. I'm Nicole, cousin of the Red Room.
All right. Superman Majestic Gents Entertainment. You can find me on Facebook, Superman Smith, Majestic Gent on Instagram. Once again, we have this Friday, Club Manhattan. We have old school, new school battle. Special guests from Atlanta and King Incredible. And then we also have King Incredible representing old school and then LL Charlie representing new school, along with all your local entertainers. French Vanilla.
That's what you last on. Fish vanilla. Go ahead.
And I am a bartender as well. I just got my license back, y'all.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, after that last incident, man, with that strong drink, I didn't think you'd ever get it back. But okay, I didn't know what happened. I just okay.
Seen it?
No.
You seen it? Okay, all
My
right.
bad, dog.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, I'm Keelan, LifestyleUnlimited.club. I'm also Keelan on Facebook and Instagram. You can find me anywhere. Hit me up. I'm very friendly. You can always holler at me. I'm kind of cool. I'm kind of cool, man. No, I'm just kind of cool, man. Hit me up. People hit me up for everything all the time. It's a trip. I'm about to start selling Bitcoin. I just got a sugar mama, and I can't. Are those people not real on the internet? Anyway, so so I'm gonna have to talk to my friends because obviously I'm getting taken for all my money right now. Yeah, I mean a Nigerian princess, as a matter of fact. But follow me on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere else. Also join to my website, www.lifestyleunlimited.club. You can join that. Matter of fact, if you join within the next 3 days, you got a month free membership. So just find it, join it. Membership is crazy, but you get a month free. Yeah, you saving thousands of dollars by joining. Tell all your friends. And I don't have a cool tagline like Mel with 2 L's. Yeah, I'll try to get y'all on there. But thank y'all for joining the Red Room Talk Show. We appreciate you every time you join. Share it, all the comments. We love them. You're more than welcome to come down, holler at us, reach out to one of us, and we'll definitely get you here. So
Hey,
on that
Earl.
note, Earl got my boy Earl, King Earl in the bad boy. We ain't gonna go to King Earl say something. We listen to King.
Natasha, Jackie, Adrian. Hey, appreciate y'all for chiming in, man, straight up. Sorry we couldn't get to y'all comments, but we want to thank y'all for tapping in, man, for real.
All right, and hope to see Jack and King Earl and everybody else down there soon. Take care. Red Room Talk Show. We love you. Stay real. Peace.
Bye.